Alrighty, guys, good evening. Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama, pre recorded. This time the mic is working. My last video, the mic wasn't working. By the time I was through, I was just like, oh, hell. So, anyway, hey, we're all human. Anyway, sorry for the late night video, but I had got to get these consoles out, and I got a custom that I'm building right now. So anyway, we've got four that are going out. All right, these people they went ahead, they purchased consoles off the website from us. Okay, and of course they're all up in Alliance servers with X Community. Okay, and also, BO2, MW2, MW3. All the mods and everything that you could ever want, and then some. Okay, GTA 4, Buffington Modloader, of course, Purge for GTA 5. You got our Offhosts for Advanced Warfare, Ghost, MW3, BO2, so on and so forth. You got Infinity Ops for BO1, okay, and pretty much they're all good to go. College football revamped, along with college hoops, 2K8. All right, so anyway, we're going to start this one off here with Miss Vickyis Bachelor. Okay, now she went ahead, she purchased a console off the website from us. This one is a 250 gig RGH. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, we're going to fire this thing up. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to swap over to the capture card. Alright. And of course the system booted, which it better. And I'm going to sync this controller up here. And we're going to go through this thing. Okay? Now, also, I do want to mention, my community lost a person, Mr. Richard Gray, okay, who was heavy into PS3, PS4 modding, stuff like that. And like I said, it's just a sad state of affairs to find out, that he passed away. And my condolences to his wife and his family. And it's just a sad time right now. So another one taken from us. So anyway, all right. So as you can see, we booted up. Okay, we got notifications from the server. All right, and this is CFBR. Now there are no necessary asset files missing. They are all up to date on this thing. So all you have to do is hit I'm already up to date. Now, when the CFBR team gets back into doing updates for this thing, which happens in the fall, for football season, that's when that's going to come in handy. Okay, but just hit I'm already up to date, and you've got no issues. Okay, now, all right, we're going to start off here. Xbox 360. Start off at the dashboard. We'll work our way through. You got some Battlefield on there, bunch of Call of Duties on there. Okay, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, World at War, College Hoops 2K8, the Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto series, Halo, Minecraft, NCAA Football 14 with College Football Revamped, Red Dead Redemption, and of course Resident Evil. And now we're back at the dashboard. Now, Xbox Live Arcade. Okay, you got some Live Arcade on there as well. Alright. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Then you have a classic game. You got Tony Hawk's Underground on this thing. That's an original Xbox game. Then you have a couple indie games. You got Trailer Park King. You got Voice Changer 360. And then, of course, you have your emulators. And I hate when that does that. Hang on here. I hate that. They leave a blank screen for the main artwork, which is ridiculous. That's how you download artwork on this thing, by the way, anyway. So you could change artwork on this thing and all that kind of good stuff. All these controls are right here. Okay, so on and so forth, all right? So anyway, we start with Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to Nintendo. Over 8,000 ROMs on there. Have a blast with that. All right, now, Xbox 360, we're going to hit the dashboard, make sure that she runs, and she's up, and she's good, and she better be. All right, and there we are, and we're up, we're on live, and we got a good KV. We're going to hit the guide button. Now, okay, over in your fifth tab are your cheats. To disable, hit A. To enable, hit A. Self-explanatory. D-pad left to open the menu. All you got to do with Advanced Warfare, you hold it on the left trigger, push down on the left D-pad, and it will open the menu. And then you use A to select. X to select, B to back out, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, down here you have X Community Beta. All right, and as you can see. All right, we have a bunch of games going on, a bunch of sessions going on here. Of course, as you can see, this is an added API to our server. There's 4 servers running this. You have XB Online, you got Cypher, you've got Infinity Ops, and Infinity Server. Sorry about that. And then you have ours. Okay, and you see a bunch of people online, and it tells you what server is what and who's online and who's on or whatever. You know, I mean, there's one on Alliance right there. There's quite a few people on there. Yeah, there's another one. Actually, there's 70 people online. And they're all playing and all playing games and all kinds of crazy good stuff. So there you go. Your settings are over here. Okay, so on and so forth. And then we'll bring that back. And there you have it. Okay, so that's X Community. It's not like Link. It is a matchmaking service that uses Xbox Live matchmaking. Just makes it a heck of a lot easier to get into game sessions and all that kind of good stuff with it. So, it's very, very helpful. So there you go. That's X Community. That's brought to you by Franklin, the guy over at Infinity, and also the gentleman from Cypher. Those two guys, they got together, and, well, there it is. So, just a really wonderful feature for RGHs now. It is really, really cool. It has really woken it up, which is real cool. So anyway, there you go. All right, now, to get back to Aurora, just hit Xbox Home, and there you have it. Nice and simple. All right, now just remember this, though, okay? When you get this thing, all right, I'm going to send you guys a startup setup video with this thing, all right? Now, I've had people that complain that it's long and everything else. Well, you know what? If you don't follow it and you're new to an RGH, you're not going to get online. It is that simple. Okay, so you've got to follow that video if it's your first time ever with one of these consoles, okay? Because the only thing you're going to wind up doing is screwing it up if you don't listen to what I'm telling you in that video. All right, there's a way to start it up for the first time to get it up on your network for the first time. After that, you don't have to worry about it. But also, that video also covers a whole bunch of stuff about this RGH. Because a normal Xbox doesn't have, okay, a homebrew section where you can modify stuff, okay, as you can see. Like, let's say, in Dash Launch, okay? All right, now, when have you ever seen a stock Xbox with one of them? All right, no, you have not. And there's all kinds of settings here, okay, as you can see. All right? So, therefore, I mean, it would behoove you, okay, behoove your health and mine if you watch that video, all right? Because otherwise, like I said, you're going to be messaging me, and you're going to say, I can't get it up on the server. And I'm going to look at you and say, did you watch the video? And you're going to say no, and I'm going to say, watch the video. That's what I did it for, okay? It's a very, very simple process to put it up, okay? It's on the video. Please watch that video before you power the console on. End of story. I've had so many people that have messaged me, I can't get online, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, did you follow the video? Well, no. It was long. It was there. I'm like, do these steps. Then they do, and they're like, oh, okay, that was easy. I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, I have to repeat myself like 10,000 times, all right? So, anyway, needless to say, though, please follow that setup guide. It's very, very important. All right, now, we're going to say goodbye to Vicky. All right? Say goodbye. Bye, Vicky. I'm going to shut her down, and then I'm going to grab hold of the next one here. All right, I'm going to go down the line here. Okay. Marlo Kunha. I hope I got that name right. Damn it. Oh, my God. I'm so terrible at pronouncing names. All right. Marlo, this one is yours. Now, this one is also RGH3. 250 gig drive. Okay. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to fire this one up here. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here. We'll hit the capture card. Let me sync the controller here. All that other happy nonsense. All right. And pretty much it's going to be the same thing. But I want you to see your console running up on the server. Now, mind you, I'm using a Netgear Nighthawk router. Okay, it's a really good router. It's got two bands. It's got 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz. If your router doesn't have 2.4 gigahertz, there's a problem. Okay, because that's the only thing that this thing understands is 2.4 gigahertz. So make sure that your router has that you created a 2.4 gigahertz band. All 5 gigahertz routers can do that. You just have to make the band, okay? So refer to your router's instruction for that, all right? So, we're already up to date. Life is good. Now, all right, start off at the dashboard. As you can see, pretty much same complement. Got all this kind of good stuff on here. It should keep you busy for a while and then some. Then, of course, you have your Xbox Live Arcade. And then, of course, you have your homebrew section. And, of course, you have Classic Game. All right, which is your Xbox original game. Then, of course, you have your indie games. And you have your emulators. And again, I just want to, yeah. I've had a busy weekend. It's been crazy. Plus, my granddaughter graduated high school, so yeah. Here we go with the parties and everything else under the sun. All right. So anyway, but I'm not complaining. Hey, she graduated. Thank God. All right. So anyway, all right. Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to Nintendo, so on and so forth. All right. Now, we'll go here. We'll hit the dashboard. And there we go. And she's up. She's online with a good KV. Hitting the guide button. We have our X Community Beta, of course. And then over on the 5th tab, our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very easy. And then we'll bring this back home. All right. Now, also another thing, too. Guys, if you change out plugins on this machine, all right, make sure the plugin that you have is compatible with Dashboard 17559. That is what every Xbox is on when it leaves here. Okay, if you do not do that, and you get an older plugin like from 2018, and it hasn't been updated, and you put it in the Xbox, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. It's going to boot up, and then it's going to shut down. Because what's going to happen is it's looking for memory places that don't exist in this kernel. Okay? Therefore, rendering it useless until you go ahead and make a blank launch any, put it on a USB stick, and then boot it up in bypass mode with power and eject. Okay, and then you have to take the plugin out of the launch any file that's on the hard drive in order to stop it from doing that. All right, I had a guy won for Sebi's giveaway. He went ahead and I said to him, look, be careful with what you're doing because, like I said, with these things, the safeties are all off. It is an RGH. It is a power PC. It is not an Xbox anymore. Okay, it is a power PC. It does exactly what you tell it to do. Okay, and he went ahead and what did he do? He went looking for a GtaV plugin. Well, he found one that was on Dashboard 17544. Well, guess what happened? Yes, it stopped working. Why? Because it was looking for places in memory that don't exist in this kernel. That's the reason why I tell people when you're changing mod menus, make sure the damn plugin is updated to 17559 because if it is not, you're going to wind up with that happening. So be careful with what plugins you get. Okay? Now me, I don't, I provide, offline, off-hosts and all that, and I put plugins on here that I know that work. Okay? When you put a plug on here, you're on your own. All right? Because number one, I don't know everything about every plugin that's out there. I don't know. Okay? And some developers, they don't bother to put in the eject. When you press eject, it bypasses the plugin. Some people don't do that for some stupid reason. I don't know why, because it should be universally used, but it's not. And therefore rendering the Xbox to the point where you have to make a blank launch in it. Okay? So please, for the love of God, make sure when you get a new menu or whatever, and you put it on here, that it is correct for the dashboard that this system is on. And like I said, all systems are on 17559. All right? So just warning you so this crap doesn't happen. All right? Now, Marlo, thank you for your business. I greatly do appreciate it, okay? We're going to be shipping this off tomorrow. You will have a tracking number tonight or early tomorrow morning, and it will be going out in tomorrow morning's mail, okay? Well, thank you very, very much for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. I'm going to say goodbye to Marlo. All righty. And now, what we're going to do here, Mr. Kevin Finn, another 250 gig. Okay? Kevin, this one is yours. We're going to fire this thing up. I'm going to sync the controller up. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. We're going to go over to the capture card. And then we're going to go through this thing. Alrighty. Yeah, finally. Alright. Now, we're going to boot up. We're going to get our notifications from the server and all that other happy nonsense. And then we're going to go through this thing. Here we go. Okay, got it? Good. By the way, guys, we also pushed a bunch of updates to the XEX. We had to smooth some things out and everything. And now that's all done. So everything is working so far, so great. No problems. We had the server go down a couple times because of a conflict with a logger, of course, that, that's the way that we find out if anything goes wrong or anything like that. We had 2 instances of it running, and unfortunately, for some strange reason, it didn't like it. Okay. These things are damn literal, let me tell you, okay? So all of a sudden the server went down. We're like, going, what the hell? And then we found it and we're like, oh, God. So we pushed some silent updates, okay? Right now you're on version 3.3, all right? The next phase of this is going to be our no KV mode, okay? We got everything straightened out in the XEX. Everything is right and tight and working. So far I see a bunch of people on, so I'm like going like, okay, got nothing to worry about. So life is good now. All right. So anyway, this always happens whenever you push an update to a server. Sometimes you miss some things. It happens, you know. But it is what it is. All right. And some of them don't manifest themselves until like later on, and it's like, ooh, oh hell, why is it doing? It keeps my developer on his toes. Okay. So anyway, all right, here we go. All right, we're gonna go ahead. Xbox 360. Start off at the dashboard. Work our way through. As you can see, bunch of battlefields, you know, your college hoops, your Gears of War, so on and so forth. College football revamp for NCAA football 14. Okay, Grand Theft Auto, like I said, has Buffington Modloader. To run that Modloader, all you have to do is after you start the game up, hold in on LB, push in on the left thumbstick. That will bring the menu up. Okay. So anyway, as you can see, back to the dashboard. Xbox Live Arcade. You got your Live Arcade on there. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Your classic game. Like I said, as much as I can fit on a 250 gig drive. Okay? Couple indie games. Emulator. You dirty rotten little mother. Sorry. Sorry. A little tired, a little wired. I'll be alright. It's all good. Nintendo. Okay. So anyway. Start with Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to Nintendo, so on and so forth, alright? Now, Xbox 360, we'll hit the dashboard. And there you have it. And there you are, okay? Now, hitting the guide button, we open it up. Next community beta, of course. And then, of course, our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very easy. Bring that back. Xbox Home. And there you have it. Kevin. Thank you so much for your business. Thank you for your patience. I greatly do appreciate it. Shipping it off tomorrow. You will have a tracking number and all that other happy nonsense. Thank you very, very much. Now we're going to say goodbye to Kevin. All right. I had a bunch of people ordering special edition consoles too, which is crazy. All right, but that's okay. Because why? I have them. All right. Mr. Matthew Sheldon. Matthew went ahead and he decided to purchase this little gem right here. Which happens to be a Star Wars Special Edition console. Alright? I hate that. Ooh, that makes me mad. Alright. So anyway. Matthew. Here she is. Okay? This one's got a 320 gig drive in it. And we're going to go ahead. And yes, it makes the funny freaking sounds too. We're going to fire that up. I'm getting so sick of that sound. Oh my God. As you can see, it booted. Life is good. It's all synced up. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to get our notifications from the server and all that other happy nonsense. Please, dear God, give me the notifications for the server. Okay, got it. Good. Okay. And we're good. You'll get your college football revamped updater. I'm already up to date. No reason to worry about that. You're good to go. All right. Now, here we go. Xbox 360. Now, this one's got a little bit more on it. It's 320 gig drive. Okay. Start off at the dashboard. We'll work our way through. You got Advanced Warfare, Battlefield, Borderlands, Bulletstorm, Call of Duty's at the yin yang. Okay. College Hoops 2K8, Gears of War series. All right. Grand Theft Auto series, Halo, bunch of Halo, Mass Effect trilogy, Minecraft, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, NCAA Football 14, College Football revamped on it, Red Dead Redemption, and of course Saints Row. All right. Now, Xbox Live Arcade. You got a little bit more Live Arcade on there than the 250. So that should keep you busy for a little while. And yes, that's GoldenEye, the one that wasn't supposed to be released, that got released after so many years, okay? And then, of course, you got your homebrew section where your tools reside. And you have a classic game on here. This one's Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. All right, that's the original Xbox One. And then, of course, you got a couple indie games on there, too. Emulators. Oh, look at that, it worked. Okay, so you got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, back to Game Boy Advance, so on and so forth. Ton of games on there. Alright, we're going to hit the dashboard. Make sure everything's right and tight. And there you are, and you're up, you're on live. Of course, X Community Beta, of course, and over in our 5th tab, our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Bring that back. Matthew, thank you so much for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. He was a mother getting this thing in there. Okay, it really was. You know, trying to find these in the condition that this thing is in, it was nuts. All right. Oh yeah, and it makes, yeah. Okay. Just so you know, yeah, it makes all the funny sounds, just like this. See? Okay. So anyway, yes. There you go. Matt, thank you so much for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Hey, now, that should do it for tonight. And next on my plate is a bunch more consoles, but I have this right here from Mr. Jacob Rodenberg. Okay, because Jacob went ahead and he wanted a Gears of War console, but he wanted to take it one step a little further. All right, what he wanted to do was he wanted a couple of these. Okay, now this one here, and he says, I am getting too old for this shit. Marcus Phoenix, okay, with his chainsaw gun. So we're going to put that right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut this out around it and everything, and put a back plate on it, and light it up. And then, of course, we've got one more. It's going to be our Gears of War. That little puppy's going to go right there, just like that. And we're going to cut that out, and we're going to put LEDs around it, and that's going to light up real nice, as you can see. So it will be a Gears of War. Now, mind you, I really don't like tearing into these because of the lithograph and everything, but Jacob wanted this. Jacob's going to get it. This one's going to have 2 terabytes of fun on it, too. So this should be interesting. But anyway, yeah. Oh, boy. Anyway, guys, listen. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for all the years of support and all the business that you guys have given me. And I mean, there's been a lot of word of mouth that's really been very helpful. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you. All right? And, you know, I mean, you can't thank people enough, because without you guys, I wouldn't be able to have this much fun doing this thing. You know, I mean, I love doing these. It's a blast. And it's just a lot of fun. Then again, too, I also like building computers. I also like building streaming boxes. I also like I like building nuclear reactors, too. But the DOE will not give me a license. So I'm kind of like, you know, I can't play with uranium anymore. But that's okay. It's okay. I'm going to build myself a molecular centrifuge. You watch, I'm telling you. But anyway, guys, listen. I hope that you have a good one. Take good care of yourselves. Have a great night. And I'm going to holler at you tomorrow. And tomorrow evening, I will be out of pocket because it is my granddaughter's graduation that I will be going to. Okay? So I will be out of pocket tomorrow evening. I will be around all day tomorrow. And then after that, of course, I will be around all week long building consoles. Okay? So I will see you all later. I hope you have a good one. Take care, guys. Have a great night. And I'm going to holler at you all later. Take care. Have a good one.